ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Minister, we are pleased to present to you the results of the 2024 primary living examination, which was conducted smoothly on the 6th and 7th of November 2024 under the theme Embracing Security and Holistic Assessment of Learners in a Dynamic Environment. Mama, this theme enjoined all concerned to accept the essence of security at all stages of the examination process. The theme further emphasizes the assessment of the whole person, that is the cognitive, the affective, and the psychomotor domains. The theme also recognizes the fact that assessment is taking place in a rapidly changing environment driven by rapid developments in technology. Mama, we must be alive to these realities. Registration of the candidates. A total of 797,444 candidates from 14,883 centers registered for this examination, compared to 749,347 in 2023. Mama, of these, 524,025, or 65.7%, from 11,451 centers were beneficiaries of the government's universal education program. While 34.3% of the candidates were non-UPE. Mama, Table 1 gives the details of the candidature and the centers, and we've run this for the last 5 years. We note that, as I've already said, the numbers and the number of centers, and we can also see the increase from 2019. 2022 is an outlier year because, Mama, we had the issue, the problems of COVID, and so there was that COVID bulge, which eventually was absorbed, and from 2023, the number of registered candidates started getting normal to what we have been expecting. The table indicates that we have had an increase of 48,190, or 6.4% over the previous year. Mama, this is also higher than the expected increase rates of about 3 to 3.5%. In 2024, analysis by gender shows that 378,709, or 47.5% of the candidates were boys, compared to 418,750, or 52.5% being girls, indicating, Mama, that more girls than boys completed the primary education cycle. This has been a trend in the recent years. Last year, the percentage was 52.3 for girls against 47.7. Registration of special groups. The board registered 3,328 learners with special needs of various categories, including the blind, the deaf, the physically handicapped, and the dyslexics. And this compares to 2,652 in 2023, indicating an increase of 25.5%. Mama, the number of SNE candidates continues to increase annually due to the awareness that the chairperson of the board has mentioned, that has now been created in the schools by the board and the ministry's deliberate efforts. Of these that were registered, the female candidates were 47.9%. The other group we are regarding as special groups, the prison inmates. The board registered 71 candidates from the Uganda government upper prison in Luzira. 70 of these were males and 1 female. And from Mbarara, we had 37 candidates, all of them males. It is worth noting that the prison service is extending the opportunity for inmates to acquire education as they serve time. For some time, Mama, it was only Luzira prisons providing this service, but other branches are now coming on board. And as the chairperson has mentioned in his remarks, the board will make it easy for the prison service to continue to have more examination centers. Overall numbers of candidates registered and those that took the examination is given in table number 2, again from 2019 coming to 2024 over a period of 5 years. What we observe from there is the fact that absenteeism has decreased. Last year, 2023, there were 12,323 or 1.6%. This time round, this number has dropped to 10,463 or 1.3. So from that table, Mama, we note that there is a general decrease in absenteeism annually, except 2022, which I have said is an outlier year because of the impact of COVID. So we are happy to note that more of the children who are entering school are staying on until they do the end of cycle examination. Honorable Minister, allow me now to comment on the performance of the candidates. An item response analysis was done on the scores of the candidates in each of the 4 subjects. The overall results show the percentages of candidates that exhibited high ability levels, medium ability levels, and low ability levels in the mastery of the subject knowledge and skills. We have table 3 that indicates that 17.4% of our candidates in mathematics were in the high ability level, 17.0 in English, and 14.3 in integrated science, and 14.7 in social studies with religious education, religious studies. Other ability levels are indicated under the various subjects. Just a little explanation of those ability levels, very brief, simple, is that the low ability levels of candidates are these candidates who are able to remember and recall facts, and they show some limited level of understanding of those facts. The medium ability candidates remember and recall those facts. They show an understanding of these facts and can apply some of these concepts in solving in a problem-solving situation. However, they have difficulties in applying these facts in new situations. The high ability candidates will remember the facts, they will recall, they will show understanding. In other words, they will do all that the 2 levels do, and on top of that, they are able to apply these facts or concepts in problem-solving situations and also applying these facts in completely new situations. So the table indicates that the high ability level candidates are slightly less than 20% is already indicated, and the other percentages have also been indicated. The overall performance by grades, that is a distinction, credit, and pass. The performance of the candidates in the 4 subjects is compared over the 2-year period, 2024 and 2023, in table 4. This performance is indicated at distinction 2 and above level, credit 6 and above level, and the minimum pass 8 and above level. The table indicates the subjects, the total number of candidates appearing for each subject. You will realize that the numbers are not the same, and this is normal because not all the candidates who sat mathematics on the first day sat the other subjects. So you'd find various numbers of candidates being absent for a particular subject for some reason. So the numbers are not the same. We note from this table, Mama, that there is, the table indicates that overall, at grade 8 and above, candidates performed better in social studies and religious education, integrated science, and mathematics. However, there was an overall drop in performance in English compared to 2023. It should also be noted from the table that, Mama, the distinction scores have dropped in all the subjects. And this reflects on the difficulties that the candidates had with questions requiring higher ability levels. The higher ability level achievers are the ones that will score distinction. So when that table is analyzed, whereas the cumulative percentages at 6 and 8 appear better than 2023, we'll note that at English, this year, 2024, 4.9% of our candidates obtained a distinction 2 and above, compared to 7.8 in 2023. In social studies and religious education, we have 7.9% this year compared to 9.4% of the previous year. Similarly, integrated science with 6.4% this year compared to 9.3% in 2023. And mathematics is where we have seen some much better performance of 7.4 compared to 5.3. Overall performance by aggregate, the highest aggregate is 4, where a candidate has managed to get a distinction 1 in all the 4 subjects, and the lowest is aggregate 36, where the candidate has scored 9 in all the 4 subjects. And the figure shows the spread of the aggregates from 4 to the left, going towards 36 to the right. So there is a skew to the left, showing that the majority of our candidates are scoring in the range of 11 and 30. When you look at that frequency distribution, the aggregate 4s that are so cherished are quite few.